Creating Chrome. Okay, in this one there's no introduction. We're just going to go ahead and get rocking and create this from scratch. So the first thing to do is come up to create a new file, File, New. And I'm going to set mine up to be 1000 by 500 with 300 DPI. Just going to go ahead and hit OK. I'm going to go ahead and size this up to about 90% down here. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is fill our background color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift Backspace and come up here and select white, which will eventually get changed. Alright, so once we got that done, I'm going to kind of do this a little offhand here. What I'm going to do at first is just kind of create a square, but I'm going to kind of size this up how I want, and that's why I'm manually going to do it instead of just using this sort of stroke way of doing things, which would take, you know, a quarter of the time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my rectangular tool and really just going to draw a little rectangle about like that. Alright, and what I'm going to do with this layer selected right here, I'm just going to hit Control J to duplicate it, or you can right click on it. Let me bring that back in here. Or you can just right click on it, duplicate layer. Just go to Control J. Alright, I'm going to slide this one down a little bit. Alright, I'm going to hit Control J again. And I'm just going to go ahead and get out my free transform by hitting Control T. And really all I'm going to do is just slide this one on. Oh, not like that. I'm going to go ahead and grab this and resize it like that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and confirm it. Come over here to Edit, Transform, Rotate 90 degrees. And I'm just going to kind of line it up over here. Alright, then I'm going to get my free transform tool and just kind of size it up again. Go ahead and confirm that. I'm going to hit Control J again with this layer selected. I'm just going to slide it all the way across the file. It looks like I have some adjusting to do right in here. I'm just going to continue to slide this on over. Alright, so I need to resize that a little bit, so I'm going to select both these layers, hit Control J, or Control T, and just kind of bring it down a little bit. Alright, then of course I need to readjust, bring that back in. And do the same thing over here. Alright, so with that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another layer on top. And I'm going to get my text tool. Just going to come over here, grab some text, and I've got sort of a custom font in here. It's called Neuropool, and I've got this set up at 36 point. Just going to go ahead and put some text in here in all caps. Chrome pipe. Alright, now the one thing you have to be careful with, even this text that I'm using isn't that great. What you have to be careful of is that sometimes when we apply some of the adjustments to the text and basically to the art itself, if you have something thin, you're not going to get the full chrome effect that you want. So make sure you grab something with some girth. Alright, and what we need to do now is we need to actually make all of this one layer. So I'm going to select all of these layers. I can either hit right click, merge layers, or I can just hit Control E. Alright, because what we want to do is we want to get the selection of this right here. Sorry, smacked you with my water bottle. Alright, so what I'm going to do to get the selection tool for all this art, I'm just going to control click on this layer icon right here. And it gives me the selection. So once we have this selection, I'm going to come up here to select. I'm going to hit Save Selection. Alright, I'm just going to call this one Chrome Pipes. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Alright, and to deselect our selection, I'm just going to hit Control D. Alright, then what we need to do is hop over here into the channels area and just come down here and grab on this Chrome Pipes layer. Alright, it should just turn it black and white for you, okay? Now we're not going to leave this alone. This is how we're going to kind of control the amount of chrome that we want. So we need to come up here to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and depending on the amount that you want this to appear as, I would probably stick between 3 and 6. If you go below that, you're not going to get quite the effect, and if you go above that, it's just going to be out of control. But if you have a bunch of thick art that you're trying to make all chrome, then obviously you would probably want to go up. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and hit OK. Alright, so once you have that blur on there, go ahead and select layers. I'm just going to come down here and add another layer to this file here. Alright, with layer 2 selected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Shift